guys, good morning. It's Sunday and I'm trying to get a little gardening done before church. So let me show you what I'm working on. I'm sure you guys can see the trellis. So that's going to be for sweet pea. I'm in the red section. So I'm going to do Beaujolais, which is a dark burgundy sweet pea. And I'm going to mix it with some Old Spice because Old Spice is, it's a pretty, I think the Old Spice is actually a mix, so it's not going to be straight red. I planted more Beaujolais sweet peas. I can't find them, and of course, I'm sure once I finish planting these, I'll probably find the rest of them. But right now, I'm going to plant, I think, like 6 around this little trellis. So I got this from Lowe's, and I forgot to film when I was doing it last night because it was dark. But at the top of it, there is a plastic ring that's got 5 little cutouts for the stakes to go through, and you slide them down. I hammered them into place. The stakes are cedar, so they're pretty rot resistant. And so now I'm going to show you how I'm going to wind up the twine around the legs. I don't think there's necessarily any right or wrong way to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, you just kind of want it to be, you just want the sweet pea to have something enough to climb up. I'm going to put my coffee right there. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by, first off, trying to find where the start of, here we go, twine is. And so I'm just going to make a knot at the bottom of one leg. Okay, and so the way I'm going to do it, when I get to the next leg, I'm just going to kind of loop it. I'm going to try not to step on everything that I've already planted. I got this trellis from Lowe's. Like I said, this is a new introduction. They've never had these at the store before. They were $15 a piece. I think I have 8 of them, but I may need to go back and get some more because I have a lot of vines. Okay, so this section is getting a little bit more difficult, as you can see. I think when I get a little closer to the top, I'm just going to, I think I have this way up too high. There you go. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get the spool between these little things, so I'm just going to take it on up like so, and I'm just going to tie it off at the top. So let me see if where'd my scissors go? Okay guys, I had some scissors out here. Let me try to use these pruning shears. I don't think this is going to work though. Oh wait, I think I see. Let me see. Oh, actually the pruning shears worked. Well, I'll be. Okay guys, and that's pretty much it. So now that I've done that, I'm going to use my auger to drill some holes. And I'm going to come closer because I'm going to show you how I separate out plants, because as you can see in this particular cup, I have, let me see if you can see it, there are 3 sweet pea in this cup. So I don't want to grow them together, I want to separate them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to water the cups because I think these are a little bit dry, and I think it'll make it easier to actually get the roots apart. So let me turn on the faucet. Actually, let me go grab my hose first. Okay, so the way that I've been doing this, hold on a second, can you guys see me? Okay, oh, that's better. Is that like I take it, hold it upside down. The roots are kind of growing through the bottom, which is good. That means that it's got a nice root system, which it's kind of weird. It's at all the way at the bottom, like it went all the way to the bottom and like circled around. But that's good. So anyway, the way I do this is, oh, this one's actually coming off pretty easily. But I usually just like squeeze it. Oops. Maybe this would have been better to try. And I kind of squeeze it until it comes apart, like what it's doing. And then I just pull it apart. Let me see if I can do this without losing. So once you start squeezing it, it usually starts coming apart pretty easily, like so. And you just kind of gently tease it apart. You know, the plants are pretty resilient. I did that with all the poppies and they're fine. So as you can see, that one is hanging down. Just gonna keep pulling and teasing. There we go. Okay, here we go. See, ooh, gracious, look at that root. Dang. Okay, so there's one, and the other two are pretty well separated. Ooh. Okay, it was just dirt. So anyway, so now that I've separated them, I'm going to drill holes and just put these babies in the ground. So that is how you do it. Okay. Good. So that's that, guys. So now I'm gonna finish I was just making sure I wasn't stepping on anything. I'm gonna finish planting this section, and I'm gonna mulch it today, and I'm gonna water everything in. And in a couple of days, especially because we're supposed to get a rainstorm tomorrow, I think in a couple of days it'll settle, and then it'll start perking up, kind of like all the poppies did. Because I wasn't sure about the poppies. But these are gonna I think they'll do fine. And as they get bigger, the tendrils will grab onto the green twine and it'll just grow up the side of the trellis. So I think that'll look really, really nice. And I'm looking forward to it. Okay guys, so I got all the gladiolas planted. So I think I'm gonna get a dahlia and plant it at the corner where the water spigot is. And then I need to do some edging, and then I think after that, I'm going to go ahead and mulch the entire area. So I'm gonna turn the camera off because I need to go get my dahlia. Okay guys, so as you can see, I edged and kind of mounded the soil over. So now I gotta get some edging from Lowe's. I'm just gonna get there's one I can, since I've already trenched it, I could just kind of pound it in and hold it with stakes because I'm gonna put the mulch and I want it to hold the mulch in. I'm sure you can see the cups that are kind of there. The reason I have the cups there is because that is red flax, and the red flax is so delicate that the mulch will probably, if I dump the mulch on it, it'll probably kill it. So actually I'm going to put that board on top of those right there because those are not down very well. And so that way when I start putting the mulch in, I can get it around it without smothering the little plants. So I need to stop because I need to get the edging because I want to do that before I mulch. And then after that, I can start on this red section right here. I would really like to put down, I really want to put down the irrigation because I really want to start watering this section, but I haven't planted the pink section. The biggest reason is because I'm waiting for them to put in the fountain. But I'm gonna have to see what I can do because the section definitely needs some water. It's gonna need some water, especially because the next few days are gonna be kind of hot, and I don't really feel like watering it by hand. So I am just trying to think. I guess what I could do is that if I take the distribution tubing to like here and stop it and crimp it, and then run the lines long ways this way to kind of make a grid. And then once I do the section, then I can just use coupler to take it down that way. That might actually be the better solution. I just have to think of how many. I think I've got 8 sections. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this. Or I guess maybe, how am I gonna do this irrigation thing? I may have to, I guess what I could do is if I run the distribution tubing, because if I run the distribution tubing that way, I can stop it over there. And then just run the long tubing this way. And all right, I'm gonna have to think about how I'm actually going to, how to do this. I maybe put caps on the end of them here and then use a coupler to finish taking it down that way when I'm ready to. Maybe that's the better solution. So I will, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. So meanwhile, I'm going to take the pooch in because I think he's kind of hot. He's always very happy to hang out with Mom. And then I'm going to go get my edging, like I said. So that's it. And the nice thing about where I live is that I can do things like leave my tools out and nobody's going to bother them. I mean, I'll unplug the drill and put it on the porch so that in case it rains. But yeah, I can just kind of leave everything as is and it'll be fine. So anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so it's almost 7 o'clock. Actually, I think it's beyond 7 o'clock. So let me show you what I got done today. I'm not using the microphone, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I did not get a chance to mulch. I know I said I was going to do it. I didn't get a chance to do it. So this is the bed. There's a reason I didn't get a chance to mulch. So I'm sure you guys can see like the back row of tiny little seedlings, and there's kind of a blank strip. If you remember earlier, that's where I planted the the gladiolas, so they come all the way down here. And I have some, I didn't plant up that side yet. Okay, and so that's all done. The poppies are definitely putting on, they're definitely growing. They're getting bigger, which is making me excited. Like, especially that one right there, that's the biggest. And I'm sure you notice, oh, actually, you probably saw the other hollies. They were kind of, some of the ones were died. So I replaced them with new fresh ones that they had that I hadn't planted. I noticed they're starting to put on growth, so I think I'm gonna do some cuttings, take some cuttings, because, well, I'll check first, because I don't think hollies are patented. I think you can, so I can just take a cutting of them. Okay, so these right here, this is germander. So I went to Stonebridge Garden Peddlers, and she had germander, which is an herb. So I was explaining to her my situation with mine not sprouting, and so she told me, especially the ones that are, I'm sure some of you can see that some of them are a little bit more flimsy. She showed me how to take cuttings. So I'm going to take cuttings on all of them. So now this one is kind of woody, because it does become a woody shrub, as you can see. And so this is the new growth right here. So I'll see how much it fills out, because it's supposed to get pretty wide. They're saying, I've seen so many different things that say a foot tall, and then some of them say 18 inches. I'll see what actually happens. So the ones that are a little bit floppy, that's a lot of new growth. So I need to take, I'm going to try to take like 3 or maybe 4 from each plant. So this one, I'm probably, unless these get really big, I'm probably not going to be able to, because they're just too short. But I got 19 of them. So even if I take cuttings from 18 of them, that'll still be a lot. And I'm going to order 100 from Wellsweet Farm, Herb Farm. The other place that has them, well, they didn't get them yet, is Triple Oaks Nursery. So they're going to call me back to see if they're going to get any. But so this is what this section is going to look like. Now I gotta blow all this junk off so it'll be nice and clean, but it goes all the way to there. That's all I had that she had. I bought everything she had, and when I get more, I'm going to put them between the hollies, like right there, diagonal, kind of like the way I did that one. So I also did the sweet pea and that sort of thing. So I'm actually thinking about, I don't know, I'm thinking about putting some nasturtium along that end, just to have something, some kind of border there, especially since I edged. Oh, that's another thing. I edged and I put it edging. So I don't know, I'm thinking about putting some red nasturtium on this side as kind of a border, just to have something pretty to look at. I don't know how big the hollyhock are going to get this year. They may get pretty big, but I think the nasturtium will look pretty. I may have enough to actually put between the germander, because those grow kind of slow. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the irrigation tubing down. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to take run it from there. I'm going to take the distribution tube, that's that black tubing right there. I'm going to run it around this side down to maybe here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the drip tubing from like this end to the edge that way, and all the way down to, here. And so for right now, I'm going to cut the poly tube off where these hollies are, because I'm going to wait until they bring the fountain, because I have a feeling they have to walk across this to get the fountain, and then I'll just use couplers to take it all the way down. So we'll see, because I did check the tubing, and it looks like I can connect 369 feet of it. So let me show you what I did with the tubing, because the tubing is in a roll and it's a pain in the you-know-what to try to unfurl. So I'm stretching it out right now. So let me show you how I'm doing that. I started at the edge of my property over here, and I used a paver stone actually it's retaining wall stone, to hold it down. And I just put them every so often. So I'm hoping in a couple of days it should be, well actually by tomorrow I think it should be fairly straight so that I can put it down without it rolling up, because when it's rolling up like that, even if you use landscape staples, it just doesn't hold it down. So then once I put the distribution tube and the drip tubing, the emitter tubing down, then I'll go ahead and do mulch. Now there is brown tubing underneath the mulch in the driveway bed. I'm just gonna pull that up, and because I think I just looped that, so I'll just pull that up and I'll use that somewhere. I can use that other places because I'll just redo this entire section. So that, guys, is kind of, that's pretty much it, guys. So that's what I got done today. So guys, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who participated in the live call-in show last night. We had a lot of fun. I will be doing it again. If you guys have any suggestions on topics, please leave them in the comment section.